So I have the object. Okay, this is the data, right? You know the filter, how filter function work. It's gonna take another function inside, because we loop through here. We loop through our array, and we're gonna find the object matching with this ID, and that object will be stored in this data. Now from that data, right, I need to, like, I need to populate the data here. Let me go side by side so that no need to move too much. Okay guys, sorry, there is something issue with the internet. Okay, sorry guys, so there is issue with my internet, I know that. I don't know why I'm getting so, like, a very little connection, right? So for example, let's say I have a data, right? What we will do is we just going to populate the data here, okay, in the form. And how are we going to do that? So you have to access that form first. So let's, I don't know, all these things disturbing me, my computer. So I have a data, and we checked yesterday, that is the object, right? The object which we are updating. So the form is this title form, right? This title form. I will grab that, and document.getElement by ID title, right? That title form will give me. So the first goal is to bring the content, like whatever you want to update, right? We're going to update this title. So we have to bring it here inside the field, right? That's the point. So to do that, you must access that input field. And how we can access the input field? By uh, document get element by ID title, right? And I'm going to do dot value, because now the value will be on the left side, equal to, right? So this will give me the whole input field. Dot value equal to, what will be the value? Data dot title, correct? I get that. And once I have that title, right, I want to hide this. The next step will be, I want to hide this submit button and bring up the update button. Okay, so if to do that, because I want to click the update button and then do update, right? So to do that, let uh, UBT, let's call it U button, right? Update button equal to, now you're going to create a button again. So how you're going to do? Document dot create element, right? And the element will be button. Good. So once you have that element, you're gonna add the text. So we call it ubtn dot text content equal to, let's call it update to do, right? To do like that, okay? Or maybe save update, right? Something like that. Save update, okay? And once you have that update, right, button, you want to display that somewhere, because this button is created. You want to display here. So first you hide this one, right? Hide this button. How you gonna hide? Before you display, you must hide it. So let's hide here, right? So let's do this. What we can do is document dot get element by ID, and that is a button, right? Button btn, correct? If you check the HTML, look at here. That's the button. So we're gonna hide this one. Why not we do one thing, right? Because I need to submit that update button here. And if you add it just to the body, right now everything is in the body, right? It might go somewhere maybe in the last item, right? So let's do one thing. We're just gonna wrap this all inside the div, okay? And and then I will put the button there inside this div, right? So let's call this one maybe id of let's call it form, right? Maybe form. Clear? So inside this form, I'm gonna add the button, the update button here. So it must be string, right? Because you are adding the text to this update button. You know, the text which is going to display inside the button, like submit. Good. Once we have the text, we are hiding, right? Let's do the hiding first. So let document dot get element by id and the btn, okay, and dot display, right? I think there is a property called display. Let's try this. Display equal to hidden. Okay, I hope that will work, right? So we can test now. Let's click on this update. So when I click update, it's something came here, right? But I did not. I mean, it's something came here, okay? But the value, that is not the right value. See, we get undefined, right? uh, so that means we are not getting that data here. Let me console.log data. Clear? Click on update, we're getting undefined. Let me check. You have to figure out, right? So we have array. Oh, we getting the whole array, right? Okay, that means we are receiving the array as our data is an array, okay? So array dot zero index and then the value, right? So this will give us array. That means array like that, zero index and the title, right? I think that should work now. So let's try. So I will click so let's click update, and now we get that value here, right? Because the filter returns ray, okay? The ray has only one item, whatever whichever we are filtering, right? So that will be in the index 0. So that's why what I did, data 0, uh, I'm gonna get that object, an object dot title, right? That is what I'm passed to this input field, title input field, the value. I'm just assigning the value with this data, right? And that's why you see here. Now I will just like make change here, right? Make change, and I'm gonna have the new button now. Okay, I'm gonna have new button, right? I need to hide and display the new button. That is the next task to do. So it did not work, right? Let's do this style, and the style will be, I can make it maybe display property hidden. Display will be hidden, right? Let's try this. So here I click again. Okay, did not work. Or display to hidden or none. I don't remember. Okay, so let's try, right? Update again. Okay, so that is none, right? Display to none. Okay, so I hide that button. Next is need to bring up the new button, right? So let's do that one. So I have the button ready here. What I will do is I'm gonna call that div. So let form, right? The box form, okay, equal to document dot get element by id, and the id is form, correct? This is what we created just now. See, I want to call this box, right? And inside that box I'm going to display the button. So I have this form here. Where is that form, right? And then how are you going to add something to the div? Append, append, right? Append the child. The child is a button. Okay, so let's see if it is working up to here, right? So I click the update button. See, the text is here, and I get the sum is gone. Sorry, submit is gone, and the save update is here, right? Okay. So the point now is make change and then click on this button. And when you click, this information need to go back to the same place, right? And update in your array here. Like it should become here. If this is the text, it should update this data now. Just this one, okay? So we have this whole object. We need to update that, right? So now you're gonna click this, correct? So what we need to do now? This is the button. I mean, it should have some kind of function attached, right? When you click, that function will run and do something. So how are we gonna figure that out? Let's do that here. So I need to attach, right? I mean, remember, this is the id, right? This is the object which we are basically we are this is the id which we are using to, like, let's say we are using to find the object, right? So I'm going to need that id also. I'm going to need that id, right? I mean, let's try to do this one. And there is different way we can do, right? So let's see. Or why not, right? We just get the index here, index, and let's store that index somewhere outside, okay? Let index equal to right now is what? uh, Index is empty, right? Let's make it empty right now. Just empty index. And what we will do is just here we can store the index, right? So let index equal to this index, right? This index, okay? Let's call it index value, value. Right now nothing, just the variable. And here index value equal to this index, because in the filter you can have the data, the object, and also that index you can get, right? You can get the index and see how this will be useful later, okay? This is one way. We'll try. If not, we have to somehow we have to get this id, so that later you're gonna find that item again, right? But the index will be better, in the array, right? When you have index, you can easily get that item easily, right? I mean, so this is more like a valuable. You don't have to go through loop and again find the items and all. Like loop is an expensive process, takes a lot of memory, right? If you have thousands of like a data to loop through, it takes a lot of time to figure out. A lot of times computer can do it in millisecond, but still the computation, even like something you can do it in a fraction, right, of time. Just one, like you just find with the index one time, gone, no need to loop, right? So this is more useful way of finding the items in the array. Fine. The next one is we're gonna attach this function right here. Let's call it save to do function, okay? Equal to, oh sorry, you have to attach on click, right? On click, and you want to call the function called save to do. Good. So we don't have this function right now, so let's write down here function save to do, right? And let's console log, right? Console dot log to do's square bracket index value, right? Index value. I mean, let's see if we are getting that item or not when you click that save button. Okay, so we have to go to the console now. So inspect console and just pay attention. I click the update, right? Index is not defined. Okay, somewhere I have done mistake. Oh, sorry, should not be here, right? Okay, I believe I cannot do this. I mean, it should, right? I should be able to do that, but I'm just returning here. Okay, fine. What we can do now? Yeah, so let's save this ID itself. So I mean, we should have index, filter. I mean, what I can do now, right? Let me try. Okay, index, and I will just write a curly bracket here. Oh, sorry, guys. Just give me a second. Okay, I have to open the door, right? Just give me a second. So we can assign, right? This is the one, but I don't know if this will work or not. I have never tested. Okay, so let's try. Index value equal to 8. Okay, so let me check. Where is my browser? So if I click on update, okay, so I get empty. Basically, I uncut error, right? Property undefined reading title. So this will not work. Okay, so we have to use another method, right? It's not gonna work. So I will remove that for now. There was a way to find the index. I just can't remember. How about that? What I did. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, right? We will just keep the like index value equal to ID. Okay. We just store the ID for now. And if I will figure out, we're gonna change that again. So now let's try again. See if we get that ID, right? So right now we just need to check ID now. Okay. Index value. If we are receiving or not here, that is important, right? So let's find that out. Update, and when I click this update button, right? See, we get that value, index value. Okay, so we are getting that. If I click on second one, again update, right? So we're getting that index value. That is good. So see, this is not done yet, right? Because every time you're going to click, you keep adding that information there. So like when you because when you click on this, because we have not done the complete process yet, when you click the save update, that button should be gone, right? So we have to do the next step now. Fine. So we are here. Our function save to do is working. It's time to work here now. So what you will do is you're gonna click here, you're gonna make change here and click on this button, right? Fine. So when you click that button, the one thing, this button did not uh, update, right? We had a CSS for button, correct? Yeah, I don't know why. So let's make it a little big, padding maybe top and bottom. Yeah, that was okay. And left and right maybe 20 pixel. Okay, I think that is same size. So let's work on that button now. The save function, save to do that. So we have the ID, correct? We got the ID stored in this index value. So what we're going to do now is we need to find that object, right? First. So let's find that object. I mean, yeah, let's find that one, right? So let's see. When you click, right, you have to hide the button first, correct? That is the first step. So let's grab here. Uh, how you gonna get that button, right? That is also the problem. So we have to do one more thing now. You up button dot id. Let's add id to that button and give the id is id we can apply is what? Update id maybe, right? And now you're gonna access that button, document dot get element by id, and the id will be this one. Okay. So how you see the style, right? Display none. Same thing you can do here also. Style equal to display none. So that update button hidden now, it hide, but you must display this one now, right? Again to do that. So it's a lot of tricky thing. So style equal to again display to I think we can do it block maybe. Yeah, just try the block, right? Block. So now the button work is done. You hide the button and you display the other button, right? The next thing is, because this function is running, next thing is getting the value. Okay, getting the value, right? So let title equal to document dot get element by id, right? And that will be title and its value now, because you must read that value from the input. Okay, good. Let's console log this value, right? See if this is working or not. Let's check up to here. Title. So if everything is good, we must get that new title, right, in the console. So I click on the second number, right, and I make change. Now when I click the save button, it must display that in the console, right? So see, so go for shopping change, right? Look at here. So we just got this change value inside our console. That means up to here the work is okay, right? We have this title now. Okay, the next point is finding that item, right? Finding that item. How are we going to do that? Okay, fine. I mean, we can do it, right? not a problem. How we can do it, same process. Let's do this. But I just don't like this one, right? How are we gonna fix that? Let me see. But I don't right now. I don't see any other way. So I will let's use the same thing here. So I will filter to do's. This time, right, will be not ID. I don't have ID, but I have this index value, right? Okay. So that will give me just the one item, and that is what I don't want. Okay, guys, I think this is not a correct way. Let's just give me a few seconds, right? Because let me pause this and figure out, and then we're going to start again. Yes. So now it's recording. Okay, guys. So what I have done just now, let me explain it again. Yeah. So we in the filter here, right? In our save to do, not that one, but where is the update here? To do's filter to do, and when you have the higher order function, right? This is the callback function inside. In the map, filter, and reduce, you even access the index of your data, the object or array, right? Array. Just pass the second parameter, and that will give you the index. So what I did, I put a curly bracket, right? And I just save the index outside here in the global, right? It's in the global, okay? So later I can access somewhere inside other function also. So I just store in that here, store, right? And then after I return the true, right? Whichever is true, just send that data, right? That's it. That object, or basically return the array with the true value. Means whichever object is true, you're gonna get that array right here. One item only, okay, in that array. Something like this. You're gonna get array with one object, and that object gonna have ID whatever, right? The our data, okay. But the point here is getting this index stored here, right? Why? Now I'm gonna need this inside my save function. Where is the save function, guys? Let's see, update, all the way here, right? Okay, so that is all update. Fine. Index value equal to ID, right? Okay, this I don't need now. Okay, so I got the index. uh okay, one second, guys. One second. The question. Sorry, guys, today I have a lot of disturbance. Sorry about that. Okay. so so we got the ID, right? That ID is important. Why? Sorry, index. That index will help me to find. See, in the save button, right? When you click the save button, what's gonna happen now? This will run, right? This, see, you accessing that update ID, the button which we created here, this button, you make it display none, hide that one, bring back the our main submit button back, then you get the value from this input field, whatever you have here change, you grab that value, right? Grab that value. Where is that? Grab that value, save in the title here. This, see, we have used title many places, right? But when you are inside the function, the variables are, you know, just to that function only. It will not go outside, right? This title is only for this variable. I mean, this function only. Remember that. So even, but in the global, you cannot make same variable name, right? But in the function you can. It's okay. The same variable can be added to the different function, right? So that variable is limited to this function, or if there is somewhere else limited to that function only. Remember that. So I have index value now on the top right here, index value stored already from this. So that index will array dot index, I get the value directly now. See that? Easy. And then this index, I mean, now you can update. You have the change value also. How you can update? You spread it, right? This is called spread operator. You spread all that. Like remember how our object is like this, right? You have id equal to 3. You don't want to change that. You have a title, right? In our object, title like that, something there, and then you have the due date also, right? Like that. Okay, you have some due date here, whatever date, right? So the dot 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 object, this object will give us this one exactly. Now comma, and you are changing the title. So when you make a new title, right, this title will be replaced with this new value, because object can have only one property, like title can be only one time. So the letter coming, this is letter, right? This is the first letter, whatever you add the same property, that will replace the old one. Good. So you just copy everything and then you change this title again, just the title, right? So now you have the new updated data, and save back in that index position, like to do's index value. So whatever is the index, right, in that position this is changed. This is the new value now to that to do's to that index position, right? Clear? You just replacing that position inside that array. So done. Now done, right? So what else we have to do now? I believe, let's look at now. I think what we can do now, right? In the update part, let me think. The update is only difficult one, okay? The more complex one, right? Always. So let's try now. We're gonna add. I know there is some issue. I know that, but we're gonna fix that just now, okay? Uh, let's click on this update. Uh, this is the new update, right? Update. I'm just trying to figure out what we can do next. New update and save. And see, we did not get this displayed here, right? I mean, that should be displayed in our chain here. So that is the next step. So how are you going to display things? By just calling this render function again here. Just call that. After change the data, you call your function. So let's try now again. So I will update, and this is update. Clear? And click on save, and look at here now. You get this is update, right? Yeah. But you want to remove also, you want to make this field go blank, right? Like delete the value here. How you can do that? What you can do now, right? Just below here, before you render, you can call that input field. Where is that input field? Here, this one, right? I mean this one, you can call it like this, and value equal to empty, right? Document get element by title, that input field equal to empty, right? Let's try again. So again click on update, and this is update, and save, and look at that field also get empty, right? Empty. And also we have the update value here. Good to go. Click on that again, and this is new change, right? And update. Okay, so I didn't click the save update. I don't know why, right? Okay, something not correct. Okay, let me remove. So update, save, right? And save. Okay, fine. So let's add the new item now, right? Let's add new to do and change the date and submit. We got here now, right? So update. So let's add new to do. That is fine. This is new to do and save now, right? This is new to do and save. Okay, this is working. The only problem is this button, right? So once I think once you do the local storage, this will be fixed. But I mean, we can fix this also uh, because this is not going away, right? Save update is not going away. We didn't hide that. Oh, we did not hide, right? Save update, we did not hide. Let me check. So save to do, you have that when you click that button, right? A display none. Okay, let me think. You click here and change and save, right? Fine. But again, add new item, new to do, submit. That is okay. Now when you click update, uh, change, update. Oh, now this is still in the memory, right? So why it did not hide? When you click update, that should go none, right? Okay, we will figure out that one. Okay, let's leave it. So everything is working now, right? Almost working. Okay, you just need to hide that one. This is keep popping up, right? It should not be. So the remaining part is what delete now, right? Delete. How you gonna do the delete? Let's try to do that. And so the delete, that is update, update. Here is the delete now, right? So the first step, you may be thinking, okay, how are you gonna delete something, right? How? So you need to have the delete button here, right? Just next to the update button. So let's go back here. Where is our update button? And we are rendering. So that is update button, right? To the div. And finally the div is render right here. So we can create now. The next is let delete button, right? btn like that. Okay. And how you create the button or any element, document dot create element by id, create element, sorry, not create element by id, right? Just document dot create element. And what is the element now? Button. Button. Good. So this button need the name, right? Button dot uh, text, inner text, a text content equal to, let's call it delete to do, right? Something like that. And then this button need a click. When you click, the functions will run. And also you need the id to this button, right? So delete button dot id equal to to do dot id, right? Same. So to do dot id. So this button has now id. We're gonna access that id. Again, we like filter through and remove the one matching, right? So that is what we're gonna do. Now delete button dot unclick, right? And you're gonna call the function, call it delete to do, right? That is the function. Good. So almost done. Now we just have to render that delete button, right, inside our div. So same like here, you can call again the div dot append, right? Append, yeah. And that will be delete button. Good. Same process, same, right? I mean, there is only few things always repeating. Okay. So let me format this document. Okay, guys. So now if I save now, right, and let's go back here, refresh, something is not correct. What happened? Delete to do is not defined. Okay, okay. So remember when you put a variable here, right, or the name of the function which is not in the memory yet, we don't have that, and that's why it says delete to do is not defined yet. So we have to define that here. Function delete to do, and when you click, it's gonna have event, right? And let's console dot log this event and see if everything is working now, right? Okay, so we got the delete button. So when you click this delete button, right, see you get the event now, the triggered already, and you're gonna have a target, same process I saw you study, right? You're gonna find the target here with ID somewhere, target the button ID. So target.id, right? You're gonna have somewhere here, okay? So if you do target.id, you get the ID value, right? You're gonna get that. So let's leave it. I don't need to look for. So what I will do now, let ID equal to target. So event, from event object, there is a target property, and that property has also another property called ID. That ID we're gonna get, right? We can console log and check the ID. Good. So if I delete, let's go back. If I delete, you see that I get that ID now, right? Delete, I get that another ID. This new to do and submit. I forgot to put a date, but anyway, delete, I get that ID, right? Look at that. So I'm getting the information already. Fine. So I just need to find the item matching to, when you delete, right, you just need to remove that one from the filter out, okay? So what you're gonna filter now, right? You want to leave. So in the filter, how it works is either you can keep something matching or you can omit, right? You just, so see, I will just write the logic here. So to do's is the variable, right, on the top here. This to do's gonna have only the item which is not deleted. Like if I delete something, I will just take that out from here. Okay, so now we have the remaining data to be displayed, right? So let's do that. To do's equal to do's dot filter, right? And this will take a callback function, each to do, and to do dot id. I will just put not equal to id. Okay, see that? So this id, right? Look at here, this id, what I have deleted, when that is not equal to the to do id, means like all the other one will be true, right? Here, you can console log now, right? Console.log to do's and see now. So if I click on to do's, right, what I get both. I delete, I get both. Why? Okay, somewhere I still have to console log, because that is update, it will not work, right? I know that. Update, that is fine, that is fine. So I get the id, right, and I say to do's dot filter and console log to do's again, right? So it should remove, it should not be here, that's the surprising part. Now delete, and I get the both to do's right here. So that means that id, something is not correct, filter to do's. Why is that, guys? So this is new to do, change the date, submit, right? And then delete. I'm getting all three, right? So that means uh, if I delete again, I'm still getting all three. Okay, so that means this one is not working, right? Oh, sorry, this id is always string, right? Oh my, okay. Remember, we have the number inside our, what do you call that? This is the number, right? All our id is number. And also I believe we change here also, right? Update, that is number, so I have to do the same thing. So that's the reason, because this id is string right now. When you get from the event, it is string, right? So I must put that one. Okay, now it will work. See the simple thing, delete, and you get only one item. Now look at here, just one left. I delete, and that's the no more item in the object, right? Array. If you go add new item and change this, right? So you have one here, but uh, so you add, you display only one item. Look at that, right? If I delete, nothing there, right? So things are working. What I need to do is just render every time I delete, right? You want to call that render function again. So let's look at now. So if I delete, you see only one item left. Delete, nothing left. Refresh, you get it again, right? So this is new to do, right? Submit, and it's here. You delete one, it's gone, right? Delete again, gone. Delete again, gone. So our functionality is working, guys. Update, delete, whatever, all that is working now. The thing is, what are the next step we're gonna learn? We said is this, almost the concept is finished, right? The CRUD concept is finished. uh Local storage, yeah, local storage. Let's look at that. So see how local storage work, right? If you go to here, application, and look at this local storage. This is the data, right? I mean the object where you're going to store the data. Okay, there is something, I don't know what is that, right? So let me clean that up. So key and value. So you must provide the key and the value, right? And the local storage object will be uh, console local storage. That is the one, right? That's the object. Okay, so you have to call that function and save it. So when you gonna store something to the local storage? When, right? That is the question, correct? When? So the first thing, every time you create something, you want to call the local storage, right? So let's do that. I mean, we can first, what we can do, right? We can create a function here. Let's create this somewhere here itself. I mean, you can create on the top, that is fine. Let's call it function. Uh, call it store data, right? Like that, because this will be used a lot of places. Okay, and this function will call that local storage dot set item, right? Set item, yeah. So now this function can have set item, get item, like that. Set item, and the key, what is the key? Let's call it to do's, comma, and what is your to do's? This to do's, right? You want to save this one to your local storage. Clear? That is the function we created now. So every time I'm gonna send here, right? Like when I push the data to the to-dos, I will call that store data, right? Function. Good. Also, every time I update, right? So update is happening where? I mean, let's try this one. Let's see if this is working or not, right? Let's look at that. So now, right now, I mean, I want to show you now, right? Let's look at here. Right now, you don't see anything in the key, right? Nothing. But let's add new to do, right? And change the date and submit. Look at that. So our data is stored here, right? So we get, I think, object. I don't know why this object, right? I have no idea why. It should have the, like data, right? Object. You just store the whole object, no details. So let's see. I mean, it's just store the data here, right? When you add, but it should have this array of data. Okay, fine. That is okay. Now the question is now, right? You don't want to get your data from here. What you have to do is you get your data, right, from the local storage. So let's do that. Okay. I think we did not convert the data, right? Oh God. See, even I forgot all that things. The reason this is object, right? You have to convert the data to the JSON value, JavaScript object notation, right? Because you cannot just store something directly. Okay, you cannot store this data. Remember that this is very important, right? You cannot just store directly like this. You must convert that. Okay, so how we do that? Let's where is our function? Here, right? So you have to call the JSON dot stringify, right? And then call the to do's. Okay, so let's try now. String stringify, yeah, I believe that is okay, right? So I will delete this one from here right now. Delete and try again. So this is new to do's and change the date and submit. Now we get the correct one. God, look at that. So this is stored here now, right? Even if I refresh the page, this is here, no problem. You can get tomorrow, next time, next day, until you delete it from this memory, right? This will be there sitting in your computer. Even you open tomorrow, you get it. So how are you gonna access this now? So that's the good question, right? Let's do this here. I will just store on the top. So let get data, right? Let's call it get data equal to what was the function here? JSON, right? Not JSON, but local storage, because we have to get from the same local storage dot get item, and item will be the key, right? What is the key? This is the key to do's. You have to call that to do's. Good. So this will give you that whole data, right? The problem is you have to convert back to our normal data like this. And how you do that? Let's remove this and you just call the JSON dot parse now, parsing, right? Parse back to the normal data. Put here inside. I mean, this is our data, what we getting back, and that data will be converted back to the normal array, right? Like, array with lot of object like this. Clear? Good to go. Okay, so that's the data now. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take this out, right? We can let's leave it this one for now. Okay, what I will do, I'm just gonna comment this out and go back here. Let to do's equal to get data. We can do that now, right? Now check the magic. Okay, so let's go back here and refresh. I close this. See this here now. Look at that. It will be not. It is not going anywhere, right? Even if I update. So let's update, right? Let's try to update this one. Uh, Update now, right? And save change, save update. Okay, and look at here. You're getting everything, right? And it should be in the database also now. So let's go back to your local storage. You can check same place here. So go to the application and the last one, right? This is new update to do, right? Okay, so update now is not here, right? Why? Because we have not run that save to data function in the update part. Okay? So let's fix that one now. So how you can do that, right? Where we are updating here. Look at this update and saving, right? Save here. So see, this is the value. You updating your object. You updating that back to the to dos, right? Soon after that, uh, you call that save store data, right? Store data function. Call that one so that it will call this function. Where is that? Store data function. It will run that, set the to dos, new to dos again back to the local storage. Good. One more time we have to do when you deleting, right? So again here, just call that save or store data, right? Call that again, so that now everywhere we take care of this. Good. So let's try now. Refresh, refresh, right? This is the to dos. So let's say I delete now, right? I just delete and look at that. It's gone from here also. Delete, it's gone from here, right? Delete and gone from here. So refresh, you have nothing to display, right? Gone. So you add now, this is new to do, right? And get the date and submit. And you added this data here. Look at that. This is new to do, right? Let's update this. Okay, so what I will do, I'm going to click on the update, right? And change. This is update and save, and it just again run here, right? Look at here. This is update. Look at that, right? So everything is working fine. One thing, like when you were adding the new item, right? Go for shopping, submit, right? When you're adding, see, it's still here. This text is not removed, right? So we can take care of that also. How? So in our add, where is add to do? Add to do here, right? Uh, so we push here. After that, I mean, we can just run here. It's okay. Just call this function title, right? Means call that object document dot get element by id value equal to empty, and that will empty out. So let's check now. Here I'm going to add new item, right? So let's add new to do, change the date and submit, and look at that, this get empty out, right? So these are the small things we can improve, right? I mean, but anyway guys, so we have done all this. There is refactoring now, right? The left is refactoring, but we will talk about that maybe Friday or sometimes, right? Because that will again take a lot of time. Okay, so hopefully that is clear. What you can do is to practice this, right? If you want to have this data, right? Let's say if there is nothing in your local storage and you want to display this, then we have to write some condition here, right? Like some condition, if else, right? If like this is empty, then else run this one and all that we can do. But I think that is not necessary right now. So I will just leave it like this, and I will store upload this video. Okay, guys. So any question, just let me know. I'm stopping now.